Welcome to Hermit in the Woods Tarot. I'm Matt, and if you find your way here, it's probably not by accident. This is a space for people who are tired of the noise, tired of chasing every headline, every trend, every opinion screaming for attention. Out here, we slow down a bit. We listen. We look at the symbols. We ask better questions. And the Hermit isn't about isolation. It's about clarity. It's about stepping back long enough to see what's actually going on in your life. Like the lantern in the forest, tarot isn't here to control your path. It's here to illuminate it. Some readings will touch on everyday life, money, relationships, work stress, the chaos of modern culture. Some will connect it to bigger cycles, eclipses, planetary movements, spiritual themes. But it all comes back to one thing: discernment. This channel isn't about fear. It's not about hype. It's not about promising instant answers. It's about wisdom earned in quiet places. So if you're ready to pause, reflect, and see what's beneath the surface, you're in the right place. If you hit that like and subscribe and comment below, I love to hear what you're thinking. Love to hear where you're from. Grab your coffee, take a breath, and let's step into the woods. So, Hermit, who lived deep in the forest outside a quiet village near the edge of the world, or so the villagers like to say. Every night he stepped out of the small wooden cabin and looked up at the sky. He didn't own much: a lantern, a kettle, a worn Bible, but he watched the heavens like a scholar. And one evening, he noticed a brilliant light rising above the trees. It was Jupiter, shining steady and confident, not flickering like the smaller stars, not rushing like a meteor, just there, bright, patient, and dominant. And the Hermit whispered, "The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of his hands." Psalm 19:1. The villagers, meanwhile, were distracted. News cycles, arguments, money worries, status updates, political debates, viral scandals. They talked about everything and understood nothing. And then the word spread: an eclipse was coming, and fear rolled through the town. Some called it a sign of doom, others mocked it, others monetized it, selling special glasses, survival kits, conspiracy books. And the Hermit simply smiled and went to bed. The next day, the moon began to move across the sun. Light dimmed, birds grew quiet, the temperature dropped, the world felt suspended, and for a moment, even the loudest voices fell silent. The Hermit spoke softly into the darkness. "For we walk by faith, not by sight." And that's Corinthians 5:7. He knew something the villagers did not: that an eclipse does not destroy the sun, it only hides it for a moment. And just like power, just like empires, just like the trending outrage, he looked again at Jupiter the next night, still shining after the shadow had passed. "Authority that is steady does not panic during darkness," he said. It reminded him of Boudica, the warrior queen portrayed in Boudica, rising against Rome when her world was eclipsed by injustice. Rome looked invincible, like the sun at noon, but even Rome faced its shadow. "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear?" Psalm 27:1. And the Hermit reflected. In everyday life, people chase influence like it's permanent. Followers, promotions, applause. They forget that even the greatest light can be temporarily obscured. The truth is like Jupiter in the night sky. It doesn't scream, it doesn't trend, it simply remains. The eclipse passed, the sun returned, the villagers went back to their noise. But one young boy walked into the woods to find the Hermit. "Were you afraid?" the boy asked. "No," the Hermit said. "Shadows only reveal what was already there." And he added, To everything there is a season. Ecclesiastes 3:1. Power has a season, darkness has a season, rebellion has a season, and even Rome had a season. And he pointed upward. But the one who set Jupiter on its course, he is not eclipsed. And the boy walked away understanding something that the trending headlines could never teach him. What looks like the end of light is often just a reminder that we should always look up. Alright, Scorpio Nation, welcome back to Hermit in the Woods Tarot, where we read the cards like we're standing in front of the Iron Throne, and somebody definitely wants your job, don't they now? Just kidding. Today we're using the House of Dragon Tarot deck. And if you've seen the past videos, you know what that looks like. We'll look at it more as we go on. I'm pulling the Iron Throne spread, so it's 5 cards, plus I do a Spirit card at the end. And let's see what we got here. First card is 7 of Dragons. Next card is the 9 of Crowns in reverse. Next card is the Page of Blades, and this is also in reverse. Next card is Queen of Dragons. And the final card that fell out was Ace of Crowns, a major arcana. And for our spirit message, this is for career and love. And we'll see what other messages we get. The Justice. That's a fine card message. Alright, let's see who's trying to sit in your seat this week. And again, this is for February, end of the February. This is for Scorpio Nation. I'm a Scorpio myself. The 7 of Dragons, this is a victory after battle type of energy. You've already been fighting career dragons, layoffs, weird bosses, stalled promotions, job hunting that feels like a medieval warfare. And the economy doesn't look good, does it? And politics aside, he's not doing a very good job, is he? But here's the thing. You're not an extra in your story. You're the one riding the dragon. This card says recognition is coming. If your job searching, interviews are landing because people see your competence. If you're employed and your work is being noticed, even if no one maybe clapped back yet. But you're closer than you think. And the 9 of Crowns. This is reverse. This is the why am I not getting what I deserve card. In reverse, it screams that you're overworked, you're underpaid. I think most of us are underpaid now with the prices skyrocketing. But again, we'll pass that aside. Watching someone less qualified sit in your chair, maybe. Scorpio doesn't like that. And Scorpio keeps receipts. Career-wise, you might be undervaluing yourself or staying comfortable in a role that's too small. If you want the promotion, you may need to ask directly instead of waiting for someone to notice. You don't get to the throne by hoping, though. Your next card is Page of Blades, and this is also reversed. And this is about gossip, miscommunication, petty politics. Someone at work may be talking without the facts. Or you might be overthinking every email that is like it's coded treason. If you're job hunting, double check your applications. make sure you're sending the right emails. Double check your emails, follow-ups. Don't let the small communication error block a big opportunity. And if you're interviewing, study a little bit more or practice a little bit more. You don't have to drive yourself nuts, but just read your resume once or twice before the interview, and maybe look up some questions. Hopefully you got some questions there. Also, stop talking on LinkedIn like it's a royal spy network. A lot of people ignore it. A lot of people have jobs. They have other things that they want. Get outside. Hopefully it's for in your neck of the woods. It's nice. I know there's some snow out there. We had rain today, but it's been nice. Nice to get outside. Finally, after that brisk cold air. Alright, let's move on to your next card, and that's the Queen of Dragons. And this is a powerful card. Normally, she's confident, magnetic, slightly terrifying in a good way. And this is also reversed, if I didn't say that before. You may be doubting your fire. But Scorpio, you're very intense, and lately you've either dimmed your power to avoid conflict or burned too hot and scared people off. And that goes on with the LinkedIn posts. Find the balance. You don't need to be scorching the kingdom. Just remind them that you have a dragon or skills. And finally, your last card is the Ace of Crowns. And this is a new beginning, a new offer, new opportunity. It's the card everybody wants. This is the you get the call card. Could be a job offer, a promotion discussion, fresh project that elevates you, a shift that puts you back in control. Financially, this is a seed of prosperity. Not instant riches, but a real opportunity. Take it seriously. And finally, we have our spirit message, and that is the Justice. And this is about fairness coming, not revenge, not chaos. You've been overlooked, it balances. You've been settling, universe nudges you to demand better. If you've been grinding quietly, it finally pays off. But Justice also says, be honest about your own effort. Are you fully stepping into your leadership, or are you waiting to be crowned? And for love energy, career and love are tied together here. When you step into your power, love will respond. The signs showing up strongly are fire energy. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Passion, bold moves. We also have air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And that's communication lessons. Strong independent types who are slightly dramatic. If you're single, you may meet someone through work or during a career shift. Confidence is your magnet right now. If partnered, there may be an imbalance in effort or support. Justice says talk it out. No silent brooding. You're not plotting a medieval coup. You're having an adult conversation. And the final message for Scorpio, you're not meant to sit quietly in the background of someone else's kingdom. The Seven of Dragons says, you already survived the war. And the Ace of Crowns says, a new throne is forming. Justice says what's yours is aligning. But here's the funny truth. No one hands Scorpio power. You claim it calmly, and everyone pretends it was their idea. Now tell me, are you ready to sit on the throne? Are we sending out another dragon? Alright, Scorpio Nation, here's the Hermit message for today and the rest of the month. And he wants you to step in the woods with him for a second. Tonight, go outside, get some fresh air, look up, and you'll see Jupiter, steady, bright, not flickering, not competing. It doesn't rush to prove itself. It's simply the largest presence in the sky. And that's expansion, that's authority, that's earned growth. Now think about the eclipse. An eclipse doesn't destroy the light. It just temporarily blocks it. And for a moment, everything will feel uncertain. The shadows will stretch. People will panic. But the temperature does shift. The sun never left. So Scorpio, this is your message. You are in Jupiter season of expansion. Especially around career and status, bigger responsibility, bigger visibility, bigger expectations. But the eclipse energy says, before the expansion becomes permanent, something must be revealed in the shadow. Where have you been doubting yourself? Where have you been shrinking? Where have you been tolerating less than you deserve? Eclipses expose, Jupiter magnifies. Together they don't play small. And the hermit would say, when the sky darkens, don't run toward the noise. Step inward. Ask yourself what's actually true. Not what coworkers are saying, not what fear is whispering, not what comparison is projecting. And Jupiter remind you of your long-term destiny. The eclipse tests whether you believe you're ready for it. And here's the deeper layer. Jupiter governs wisdom and higher truth. The eclipse forces alignment. If something in your career or love is built on imbalance, it will feel unstable now. That's not punishment, that's correction. This is not collapse energy, this is recalibration. The hermit holds the lantern not to change the sky, but to understand it. Your expansion is real, your power is real. But the shadow moment asks, will you step into it consciously or wait until someone confirms it? Again, get outside, watch the sky, watch your reactions. That's where this message lives to the end of the month. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Again, thank you for watching.